Okay. Okay, senior 2. Let's share again. Let's share the booklet and read the questions of a government inspector. Okay. Questions related to government inspector. Okay, this is government inspector will share the booklet. There's a problem with sharing the booklet. Okay, let's see. Okay. Okay, fine. We'll complete. Yes, that's it. We started a part of the video. I'll send it in 2 parts because the electricity went out. So I had to complete in another link. So again, government inspector. Here it's, yes. Act 1. We are in page . Okay, page 108. We were about to talk about the quotation. If they die well, they die. If they get better, they get better. The CC, we said this is an abbreviation for the charity commissioner. The charity commissioner said these words to the mayor. The charity commissioner and the doctor believed that the more natural their treatment was, the better. They don't want to buy expensive medicines. So if the patients die, well, they die. If they get better, they get better, even without giving them any medicines. So they depend on the idea. We're not going to cure them. And if they die, they die. If they live, they live. So they don't care about people at all, even their life, the life of the people in their city. They don't care about them. To live or to die is not their matter. After that, next quotation. Only taking puppies as bribes won't save you. Okay. Remember talking about this before. The mayor say this to the judge when the judge tried to defend himself, saying that he only received little bribes. The mayor meant to say that it was still a bribe and it was illegal to have it. So the judge wants to say that the puppies is nothing and he can take them, comparing to the bribes of the mayor himself. Of course, he justifies taking a bribe to himself, which is a crime. Here, next one. It's a mysterious law of life. Clever men are never quite sane. The mayor said this to the no, this is charity commissioner when they were talking about the teacher's behavior. Here, this is he said that to the school principal. Okay, when talking about teachers' behavior, the mayor believed that clever teachers were high education, always behaved in a strange way. So he doesn't want to say that they have bad teachers, unqualified teacher, immoral teachers. He wants to say they are great. For this reason, they are behave in a bad way. Their strange behavior was related to their educational background. then you're not teaching me anything. I've done it for years. Uh, Comment saying that it, and what do you think of this man? Okay, this is an important quotation by the postman. We call him postman or a postmaster. Said these words to the mayor, and the word it refers to opening the letters and reading them. So the postmaster used to do something illegal, and he always does, by the way, that he used to open people's letters to read them and to close them and seal them again and send them to the people. And it's a shameful action actually, but he was a part of the overall corruption. So he's saying, I do this long time ago. I used to do this long time ago. I think that the postman is a curious person. So he's curious. He wants to know about people, their personal lives. And he's not an honest man because he was doing such a shameful thing. Of course, reading people's letters without their permission is a completely shame and illegal, but it was normal among all these types of corruption. Bob and Dob brought news to the mayor. Explain. Okay, Bob Chinsky and Dob Chinsky brought this part. We're going to start next session in class. But it talks about the Bob and Dob Chinsky who uh, um, in their they own an inn. They saw a person there. They thought him to be the inspector. They said to the mayor that they saw a young man who was traveling from Petersburg to see his family. He was acting so strange, and he took everything on credit, and he didn't pay anything. They thought that was the inspector. So they saw that man, stranger number one, uh, dealing in a strange way. He doesn't pay money. He stayed in the hotel for 2 weeks without paying anything. So they credit him. He took everything on credit. So they thought him to be the inspector because he doesn't care to pay, and a stranger from the town. Of course, Boba and Dobuchinsky are both of them are stupid, so they can think anything in the wrong way. Uh, they thought that the young man was the inspector. Why? The same question in another way. They thought that young man was the inspector because he didn't go away and he paid no money. And of course, they saw him for the first time. The constables complete the picture of corruption. Explain. The constables were corrupt, as one of them stole silver spoons and the cloths, and some of them ran half naked in the street. So constables means like a kind of a police officer or something, but he was corrupted himself, and he stole things from the inn. So this tells us that corruption was everywhere, even among officials and among people who are officials or responsible for work. The answer is that it was begun, but it got burned down. The answer is that it was begun, but it got burned down. These words were said by the mayor to the police superintendent. The police superintendent, the official of the police, he was talking about the hospital chapel, and he wanted the soldiers to say that it was burned down. Okay, the chapel, the entrance, the place is completely damaged because they neglected it all the time. But they don't have time to rebuild it or to clean it, so they decided to say that it was to lie, of course, and to say it was burned down. Actually, he took the money for himself. So instead of taking the money from the government and clean the town, build new buildings, serve hospitals and education, no, they take money for themselves and leave the town without any kind of services. So they decided to say that the fire started here and everything was burnt. That shows the corruption which was spreading in the town. Okay. Anna was angry with her daughter. Illustrate the reason. Okay, Anna is the wife of the governor, Anna Andreevna, the governor's wife. Maria, the governor's daughter. She was angry because Maria took a long time getting dressed and standing in front of the mirror. So the mayor left before Anna could get the news about the inspector. Anna wanted to know about the inspector. She cares about his appearance, his age, he's handsome or not. Okay, so she was a shallow character. This care for her all the time, and she was angry because her daughter prevented her from knowing the news. Of course, her daughter is the same character as her mother. The mayor asked the PS to pull down the fence. This PS is the police superintendent. So he asked him to pull down the fence. Illustrate the reason. He asked the police superintendent to do so in order to give impression that the town authorities were active and hard work. So he asked him to pull the fence. Why? To give an impression that they work, that they clean, that they build, that they dig, and things like that. The kind of work are happening. So they want to give a false impression that they work. Okay, these are the questions of Act 1. We are about to finish it, actually. So next time in class, we will complete the um, Act 1 in class, then we start Act 2. Okay. Here's okay. Let's go to our book, Senior 2. All the time when we have an online session, please bring all the time your booklet and your student book together with us. Of course, we didn't work for O level today because we don't need to. Actually, it's easy and not too long, so we will make use of time at explaining the rest of our A level, and of course we will explain O level too, but not today when we need that. Okay, this is aim high page 10. Let's go to page 10. Before page 10, sorry, let's go to the grammar builder exercise. They are really important. We need to, any question can be from here. So aim high book, page 95, page 95, the grammar of the unit, the whole unit. We answered some together. Now we're going to complete the rest here together. Okay. Exercise 1 is finished. Here, exercise 1 and 2. No, not 2. So we'll answer 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 if we have time. Okay. Exercise 2, page 95. Okay. We rewrite the sentences using the word in brackets. Okay. We used to spend hours playing hide and seek when we were young. So use apostrophe and D. Okay, so here the answer is we would spend hours playing hide and seek when we were young, talking about the past, a habit in the past. We use would or used to or past simple. Here he asked me to use apostrophe D, so he asked for would. Number 2, my mother will cook something special whenever we go round. So this is usually. So talking about habit in the present or in the future. So my mother, when you are asked to use usually, so the token is about present and future, so it's present simple. Usually cooks. My mother usually cooks something special. 3, Gina will take my CDs without asking. So this is annoying habit. So I'm angry with her. So it is present continuous or past continuous according to the sentence. So here, Gina is constantly taking my CDs, is constantly taking, is taking, and constantly in the middle of between them, is constantly taking, constantly, always, for words express annoyance. Okay. 5, we had no pets when we were little. Okay, I'm talking about a past in the a habit in the past when we were little, but this habit in a negative form. So we didn't have any of them. So he asked me to use. I can say we didn't have any pets. It's correct. But here he asked me to use. So he won't use to. So we didn't use to plus infinitive. So had will be have. We didn't use to, we didn't use to take, we didn't use to have. Number 5. Ben would always leave his dirty dishes all over the place when he lived with us. So again, this is a bad or annoying habit. So this is past continuous or present continuous according to the tense. They say Ben would always. So the token in the past. So it is past continuous. You say he was always leaving. Ben was always leaving. We use always, must use always, constantly, continually, any word to express annoyance. So Ben was always leaving his dirty dishes with complete. 6, every summer we made sand castles on the beach. So we talk about a habit in the past. He asked me to use used. So it's easy. Every summer we used to, and made will be make because we use to plus infinitive. Every time we used to make sand castles on the beach. Number 3. Exercise number 3, complete the sentence with the correct form of the phrasal verbs below. Where possible, use an object pronoun. We have in the box, cheer something up, come across something, get away with something, go for somebody, pass out, put up with something, set off, cheer something up. Okay, these are the words that we're gonna use in their place. My old school reports were in a box. I came across them in the attic yesterday. Number 2, we mentioned this, I think. Yes, we answered this together in the class. Exercise 4, we have exercise 4. Complete the sentence with the phrasal verbs below. Use an object pronoun where necessary. Okay. 1, did you watch the film all the way through? No, I dropped off. We have here do away with something, drop off, fall out with somebody, get away, go through something, let somebody down, run into somebody, turn somebody down. Okay. Number 1, let's see the meaning through the sentence itself. Did you watch the film all the way through? No, I dropped off in the middle. So drop off means what here? Did you watch the end of the film? No, I dropped off in the middle. Drop off here means to sleep suddenly. So if you sleep suddenly, fall asleep, can say that, it's drop off. Number 2, did you see Becky yesterday? Yes, I ran into her in the supermarket. Number 3, does your boyfriend think he will get the job? No, he thinks they will turn him down. So he doesn't think that he will take the job or get the job. So he think that he will be turned down. They will turn him down. That they let him down, or to be disappointed because he is not going to be chosen. So this is the meaning of turn someone down. 4, do you know where you went wrong in the exam? Yes, my tutor went through it with me. My tutor went through it with me. So went through something means to check, to revise. So write please next to each one the meaning. Does your school still have a uniform? No, they did away with that. Did away with something means to stop doing it. Okay? To stop doing something means to did away with. 6. Did they catch the thief? No, he got away. Okay, so escaped. 7. Do you still see your old neighbors? No, I fell out with them. Fell out with someone means that you have no relation with him anymore. Does Harry always turn up for football practice? No, he often let us down. Okay, so we are disappointed about it. He doesn't come, he doesn't attend the practice. Exercise 5. Rewrite the second sentence with the suitable passive form of the phrasal verb in brackets. So they give me here the phrasal verb in the brackets. So you are not going to search for the phrasal verb. It's here. But you are going to make a passive form, correct passive form of it. Number 1. A gang attacked Tom on his way home. Beat up. The phrasal verb is beat up. So Tom was beaten up on his way home. Tom was beaten up. So we started with Tom, the object, and the sentence is in the past simple. So was or were plus past participle. So Tom was beaten up on his way home. 2. They have canceled the match. They want the word call off. So call off means to cancel. The match they have canceled. So this is present perfect. So present perfect, how do we make present perfect in passive form? Has or have plus been plus past participle. So the match has been cancelled off. Has been cancelled off. 3. Her grandparents took care of her. Bring up. To take care of someone, to bring him up. Okay. So they brought her up. So she's the object. They started with her. She was brought up by her grandparents. Why? Because took care of her. This is past simple. And we change into passive by using was or were plus past participle. So was brought up. 4. A local builder is doing the work. So is doing, this is present continuous. So carry out. To do the work means to carry out the work. So present continuous. The work is being carried out. The work is being carried out by a local builder. Fine. 500 workers will lose their jobs. Lay off. So lay off means to lose your job. 5 workers will be laid off. Why will be laid? Because this is the sentence is in the future. Will lose the job. So will be laid. Will plus be plus past participle to change into passive in future form. The police stopped the riot. Break up. So to stop something from happening. So happening to break up. The riot. So this is past simple again. So was broken. The riot was broken by the police. The last sentence, 7. An accident is delaying the traffic. Okay, to delay something means to hold it up. The traffic, this is delaying, this is present continuous. So we are gonna put the word hold up in the present continuous in a passive form. So the traffic is being held by an accident. Last thing to do is exercise 6. Complete the sentence with the infinitive. We're still in page 95. Complete the sentence with the infinitive form of the phrasal verbs below and an object pronoun. Okay, do something up, drop somebody off, get round to doing something, get through to somebody, give something up, go with something, put somebody up. These are all of them are phrasal verbs. Let's see how to use them. Number 1, and see the meanings. Jim was going past the station, so I asked him to drop me off outside. Okay, so drop me off to take me from a place into another while he is walking or while he is driving. Okay. Number 2, if they want to rent out the cottage, they will have to do it up first. they will have to do it up first. Do it up. Do the cottage up. 3, I haven't washed the car. I hope to get round to do it. I hope to get round to do it. We've thoroughly enjoyed our stay. It was so kind of you to put us up. Put us up means to um, um, accept to someone to stay at your home, or to invite him, or to be hospitable to him. Jane's phone is always engaged. It's impossible to get through to her. To get through to her means to reach her. Why? Because her phone is always engaged. Once you start smoking, it's very hard to give up, of course. Give up means to stop smoking. So once you start smoking, it's very hard to give up. Page 95 is really important. Any question can be one of that. I'm not gonna get questions from outside here, because here actually is enough. And beside that, we have the lesson itself in page um, uh, 9, phrasal verbs in page 9. We answered the question here, page 9. So page 9 for phrasal verbs plus the lesson of today in the grammar builder will be enough for phrasal verbs. So next time, inshallah, we're going to start, or next time at school, we are going to start unit 2, stories. Okay, to that day. Thank you.